Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the House of Basketball on the occasion of the qualification rounds and regular season draws for the Basketball Champions League 2017-2018 season. These draws represent the official start of the new season, which sees 56 clubs poised to compete for the ultimate success, lifting the Basketball Champions League trophy. Before we embark upon the new season, however, let us remember the conclusion of 2016-2017 season of the Basketball Champions League.
What a season it has been.
You want to go further down?
Schuller hits the three. And the dunk master. Have made it to the final. Here's Tenerife. They are one win away.
40 minutes of our lives, memories forever. Let's go!
San Miguel, go! Another big shot. First ever Basketball Champions League title has gone to Iberostar Tenerife.
Wow. We just witnessed some fantastic images from the Final Four held in the beautiful island of Tenerife, which saw the hosts, Iberostar Tenerife, win the inaugural season of the Basketball Champions League. One of the many stars of this impressive collective effort that culminated in victory for Tenerife is here with us this evening, and he has brought something precious that all of the clubs will keep a very, very close eye on. Let's meet one of the members of last season's winners.
Bogus turns and scores.
Bogus turns, shoots the baseline.
No look pass, and the Bogus now, and Bogus. Bogus goes in, and down inside the Bogus. He spins, he goes up, and he gets some contact. Bogus. He's turning this into another great drama.
Ladies and gentlemen, Yorgos Bogris and the Champions League trophy.
Hello, Patrick.
Hello, Yorgo.
Hello, everybody.
Congratulations once again for this amazing success. Last year was the first ever season of the Basketball Champions League, and one that will stay in the memories of everyone in Tenerife. So, what was your experience and, of course, your fondest memories from this impressive journey?
As I have told like a million times already, this trophy for me personally was peace in my mind that we make something big, you know, and I'm happy that it happened again after 8 years, because my last success with national team again under the wings of FIBA, and now happened this, and I'm really happy, and the memories we built will follow us forever, and I'm really excited to continue competing, and this is a motivation to keep working hard to do and build more memories like this one.
Great to hear from you, but of course, in addition to lifting the trophy, Yorgos Bogris was also honored last season as a member of the Basketball Champions League star lineup in the position of center. Yorgos actually received 51% of the fan votes, 41% of the coaches' votes, and 53% of the votes from selected members of the media. His average was 48%, which was the highest than any player received in any position in last season's competition. So this is a huge recognition for you.
First of all, thanks the coaches, because maybe I will need them in the future. And then everybody else, fans and my team that gave me the opportunity to reach and win this. I'm not used to talk about the individual awards. It's not my way of game or my numbers, something great to say this guy should be the best 5, but with me in the court and the team look good and winning in the end, because if you don't win, it doesn't mean nothing. This is a big happiness and huge success for me also. I'm really happy that my mom will open her, draw finally and put something individual of me since a long time ago.
Well, exactly like you said, you arrived bringing back the trophy, but you will not leave empty-handed. So I want to welcome on stage Mr. Markus Studer, the chairman of the Basketball Champions League, to present Yorgos with his award as a member of the star lineup for the 2016-2017 season.
Yes, huh?
Thank you. Congratulations once again, and thanks for bringing our baby back.
Yes, and good luck to everybody.
Marcus.
I wish you the best and easy draw for everybody. Ciao.
So, with the return of the trophy at the House of Basketball, we are now ready to commence the proceedings for the new season in order to unveil the path that these 56 clubs will need to travel in order to reach next season's final in about 10 months from today. But of course, let us first remember the competition format for the upcoming season.
The Basketball Champions League is a pan-European competition where clubs participate following success in their domestic leagues. But how does it work? From the start of the qualifying rounds, 300 games will be played over 9 months. 56 teams from 32 countries will compete. Out of those 56 teams, 24 have directly qualified for the regular season. The remaining 32 will participate in the qualification rounds. 16 teams will compete in qualification round 1. They will be split into pairs and face each other on a home and away basis, with the 8 winners reaching qualification round 2, where they will face 8 new teams home and away. The 8 winners will reach qualification round 3, where they will again face 8 new teams home and away. And the 8 winners will qualify for the regular season, joining the 24 directly qualified teams to complete the list of 32. The 32 teams will then be split into 4 groups of 8. Each team plays the other teams in its group, home and away. The top 4 from each group will participate in the playoffs. The playoffs in spring sees the round of 16, where teams will again face each other home and away, before the quarter-finals narrow down the field, until only the final 4 are remaining. The thrilling climax to the competition will be held over one weekend, the 4th to the 6th of May, where one team will make history and lift the Basketball Champions League trophy.
So, a long way to go, but we need to start somewhere. So let's start with the qualification round, draw 1. So following the presentation of the winners, Tenerife, earlier on, we will also acknowledge the success of the clubs that finished last season in 2nd and in 3rd position. So, in order to assist with the draws, I would like to welcome on stage Mr. Turgay Zaitinjos, representing 2nd place winners Banvit, and Mr. Oleksiy Yefimov, representing 3rd place winners Monaco. Welcome to both of you. Welcome, and thank you for your assistance. Your clubs have both qualified directly for the regular season, so you can relax at this stage and participate in the qualification round draws without the anxiety of needing to find out who your opponents will be. We will now start the qualification round 1 draw, which sees 16 clubs representing 16 different countries who will face each other on home and away games on the 19th and 21st of September. For this draw, we have 8 unseeded clubs that will be drawn first. They are placed in front of Turgay, and they will play their first game at home. Let's meet them first. So, no. See, everybody's very excited. So, the unseeded, I know, the unseeded teams are BC Lulea from Sweden, Bosna from Bosnia, Dinamo Tbilisi from Georgia, Dornar Groningen from the Netherlands, Kapfenberg Bulls from Austria, Karpos Sokoli from the former Yugoslavic Republic of Macedonia, Keravnos from Cyprus, and Sigal Pristina from Kosovo. In addition, their opponents will be one of the 8 seeded clubs, which will be drawn second, and they are in front of Oleksiy. But first, let's meet them. So we will have Avtodor Saratov from Russia, Benfica from Portugal, Divina Juventud from Spain, Kalev Kramo from Estonia, MHP Riesen from Germany, Telenet Antwerp from Belgium, Smoky Minsk from Belarus, and Vytautas from Lithuania. The procedure of the draw at this stage is a rather simple one. Turgai will start first and pick a ball from the pot of unseeded clubs on the left as you're facing the stage, and Oleksiy will follow and pick a ball from the pot of seeded clubs. This process will be followed until pairs form representing 8 separate pairs will be decided. So, without further ado, let's begin. Turgai, you start first by picking one of the teams from the unseeded pot. Let's shuffle where and let's start.
Good luck to everyone. Dinamo Tbilisi.
So, Dinamo Tbilisi, they are, of course, the champions of Georgia, adding to a total of 4 trophies that they have won so far. Let's now find their opponents for the first game of the qualification round 1. Divina Juventud from Spain. Of course, they have won 5 European titles, so they are returning back to Europe with a lot of heavy luggage in their suitcases. Let's continue. So we have the first pair already. Let's find the second pair. Keravnos from Cyprus. They won the championship this year, a total of 6 national leagues for Keravnos from Cyprus. And Oleksiy, let's find out who their opponents will be.
Avtodor Saratov, Russia.
So, Avtodor Saratov, they played in the Basketball Champions League last year, made it all the way to the playoffs, so they will be facing Keravnos from Cyprus. Turgai, the process I think is now quite simple and easy to follow.
Bosna Royal Sarajevo.
So Bosna, they were finalists in the domestic league this year, but of course they have won 3 championships in when it was still Yugoslavia and 4 now under the new regime in Bosnia. So their opponents will be
MHP Riesen.
MHP Riesen. They were with us last year in the Basketball Champions League, making it all the way to the quarterfinals. So we have our next pair. Let's continue this process. Turgai, thank you.
Karposh Sokoli.
Sokoli, they were finalists in the Cup and Cup winners last season, so they are facing
Kalev Kramo.
Kalev Kramo from Estonia. They are the champions, of course, from Estonia. They also won the Cup this year in their domestic environment, making a total of 9 championships for them. Let's proceed with the unseeded team. 4 pairs still to be decided.
Donar Groningen.
Donar Groningen, champions of the Netherlands, but also they won the Cup this season in Holland. Let's find their opponents.
Vytautas, Lithuania.
So Vytautas from Lithuania, they will be facing Groningen at this stage of the competition. So 3 more pairs to unveil. Let's continue, Turgai.
Sigal Pristina, Kosovo.
Sigal Pristina, they also did the double this last season. They won the championship and the cup. We continue. Their opponents, 3 options remain available.
Smoky Minsk, Belarus.
So, Smoky Minsk, they of course won the championship last season along with the cup. They now have a total of 9 national championships. Let's continue. The second to last pair.
Kapfenberg.
Kapfenberg, champions of Austria, they also won the domestic cup last season. So let's see who their opponent will be.
Benfica.
So Benfica, champions and cup winners in Portugal. Benfica has won a total of 27 domestic titles in Portugal. So now, if all has gone well, you should pronounce this with a Swedish accent.
I think I know. BC Luleå.
So Luleå, champions of Sweden, adding a total of 8 titles to their tally. And let's see if all has gone well. It should be straightforward. And
Telenet
it is indeed
Antwerpen.
Telenet Antwerp. So this concludes qualification round 1, an opportunity to recap. So Tbilisi will play Juventud, Keravnos will play against Avtodor, Bosna will play against MHP Riesen, Sokoli will face Kalev Kramo, Groningen will face Vitautas, Pristina will face Minsk, Kapfenberg will face Benfica, and Luleå will face Antwerp. All these pairings have now been assigned numbers 1 to 8 in the order they were drawn. So we can now move to qualification round draw 2, which sees 8 new clubs enter the procedure. Let's now meet them. So at this stage of the competition, we will have Alba Fehérvár from Hungary, Bakken Bears from Denmark, Budivelnyk from the Ukraine, Cluj-Napoca from Romania, Kataja from Finland, Lukoil from Bulgaria, Mornar from Montenegro, and Nizhny Novgorod from Russia. These clubs will be placed in the seeded pot in front of Oleksi, whilst the winners of qualification round 1 will now be the unseeded teams in front of Turgay, and they will be drawn first and play the first game at home on September 24th, the return being scheduled for September 26th. So, Turgay, you will now open your pots. It will not be as exciting because you will just announce winners and numbers.
Winner game 4.
So winner of game 4, this would be Sokoli versus Kalev Kramo.
Alba Fehérvár.
Alba Fehérvár. 1 point to also acknowledge at this stage of the competition is that according to the Basketball Champions League regulations, no teams from the same country can face each other. We see that at this stage of the competition, there is one potential clash between the winner of Keravnos Avtodor, which hosts a Russian club, and Nizhny Novgorod in the seeded pot. So if this happens, the computer will automatically assign these clubs to the next available pot, and we will always continue by drawing the unseeded team first. Let's see, and let's continue the process. Thank you very much, Turgay.
Winner game 1.
So winner of game 1, this would be Tbilisi Juventud, and let's see who their opponents will be.
Kataja.
Kataja, they are the champions of Finland. They also participated last season in the regular season of the Basketball Champions League. So we have already our second pair. Let's continue this process. Thank you very much, Turgay.
Winner of game 8.
So winner of game 8, this would be Luleå Antwerp, and they will be facing
Nizhny Novgorod.
So Nizhny Novgorod, they played in the EuroLeague a couple of seasons ago, making it to the last 15, and they will face the winner of Lulea versus Antwerp. Let's continue. Tour guide.
Winner of game
So
2.
it would be the winner of Keravnos versus Avtodor.
Mornar.
So Mornar, they were finalists in both the championships and the cup last season, and they will face the winner of Keravnos versus Avtodor. Let's continue, tour guide. We're exactly halfway through qualification round 2.
Winner of game 8. 7.
7. So this would be Kapfenberg Benfica, and let's find out who their opponents will be.
Lukoil.
Lukoil, champions of Bulgaria, for a total of 25 national titles. Quite an impressive tally for them. Let's continue. 3 pairs still available. Hola, you see?
I got it.
Good save.
See. Applying for a new position in the All-Star lineup.
Tough. Winner game 3.
So that would be Bosna versus MHP Riesen. Let's now see which of the 3 opponents will travel away on the first game.
Cluj-Napoca.
It would be Cluj-Napoca, the champions and cup winners of Romania. So now we continue with 2 options.
Winner of game 5.
So winner of game 5, this would be Groningen Vytautas, and there are 2 choices for them. It is bound to start with the letter B.
Back and Beers.
So it is Back and Bears, champions of Denmark, for a total of 15 championships for them. Now the process should be quite simple.
Winner of game 6.
Winner of game 6, this would be Pristina Minsk. And Oleksi, can you please confirm their opponent?
Budivelnik.
So Budivelnik, champions of the Ukraine, are facing Pristina Minsk. Opportunity to wrap up. So the winner of Sokoli Kalev Kramo will face Fehervar. The winner of Tbilisi Juventud will face Kataya. The winner of Lulea Antwerp will face Nizhny. The winner of Keravnos Avtodor will face Mornar. The winner of Kapfenberg Benfica will face Lukoil. The winner of Bosnia MHP Riesen will face Cluj. The winner of Groningen Vytautas to face Back and Bears, and the winner of Pristina Minsk to face Budivelnik. These pairs are now being numbered 9 through 17, as is expected, and we are now ready for the qualification round 3 draw, which sees 8 new clubs enter the proceedings, so an opportunity to meet them as well. So, we have Bonn from Germany, we have Brussels from Belgium, we have Estudiantes from Spain, we have Juventus from Lithuania, we have Nanterre 92 from France, we have Orlandina, we have Pinar Karsiaka, and we have Rosaradom from Poland. They are placed in the pot of seeded clubs in front of Oleksey, and the winners of qualification round 2 will now be again the unseeded teams to be drawn first and play the first leg at home on September 29th, the return leg scheduled for October 2nd. They are to be drawn first. At this stage of the draw, we have 4 potential country conflicts as clubs from Germany, from Spain, from Lithuania, and from Belgium are present in both pots. If a clash occurs, having the option to face clubs from the same country, the computer will position them accordingly to the next available spot. Once again, and here the chances are a bit higher with 4 such options, once again, we will always draw in the same order: unseeded pot, seeded pot, unseeded pot, seeded pot. So, Let's move ahead and start, Turgay. Shuffle well, and let's see numbers between 9 and 17.
Winner of game 16.
So, sorry, up to number 16 we can go here, so this is why I was never good at math. So, the winner of the pair between Pristina and Minsk to then face Budivelnik will now be opposed to
Nanterre.
Nanterre 92. They won, of course, the FIBA Europe Cup last season, and they are entering this year at the qualification round 3, as they also won the Cup, which positions them in number 4 in the domestic ranking. We continue. Please shuffle well, Turgay, to find out the next possible pair.
Winner of game 11.
So this would be the winner of Lulea, Antwerp, and Nizhny. And let's see who their opponents could be.
Rosa Radom.
So, Rosa Radom, they participated last season in the Basketball Champions League into the regular season, and now they start at the qualification round 3. Let's continue, Turgay, with the next available option.
Winner of game 12.
Winner of 12, this would be Keravnos, Avtodor, or Mornar. And let's see who their opponents will be.
Orlandina.
Orlandina from Italy, making their first participation into the Basketball Champions League. They will face one of Keravnos, Avtodor, or Mornar. Let's continue.
Winner of game 13.
So this would be Kapfenberg, Benfica, or Lukoil. And let's see who their opponents will be.
Juventus.
So Juventus from Lithuania, they participated last season into the Basketball Champions League, making it all the way to the playoffs. So we continue. We are halfway through qualification round 3.
Winner of game 10.
So this would be Tbilisi, Juventud, or Kataya. And let's see who their opponents will be.
Telekom Baskets Bonn.
Telekom Bonn, so their German opponents, they will face the winner of Tbilisi, Juventud, and then Kataya. So we proceed. Turgay, please, 3 available options. So this would be Groningen, Vytautas, or Bakken Bears. And let's see who they will meet.
Estudiantes.
Estudiantes from Spain, they will play versus Groningen, Vytautas, or Bakken Bears. And we continue. Winner of game 9, this would be Sokoli, Kalev Kramo, or Fehervar, and 2 options for them.
Pinar Karšiaka.
Pinar Karšiaka, they also played in the Basketball Champions League last season, making it all the way to the quarterfinals. So they will face one of Sokoli, Kalev Kramo, or Fehervar. And now it should be quite simple. So the winner of game 14, this would be one of Bosna, MHP Riesen, or Cluj, and
Brussels.
they will face Brussels, runner-up this season in Belgium. So we managed the unimaginable, not a single clash at this stage of the competition. We did about 12 rehearsals and we managed to get clashes all the time. So much, much simpler now. So this concludes the draws for the qualification rounds, and I want to thank both Turgay and Oleksi for your assistance. You can now return to your seats and prepare to find out who will be your opponents at the regular season. So, we have thus far acknowledged the achievement of the top 3 clubs of last season, who are all directly qualified into this year's regular season following the success at their national leagues. As the Basketball Champions League is a competition that will always put club sporting success in the foreground, it is now time to introduce 2 clubs amongst us today who have in the past won the most prestigious trophy, the FIBA EuroLeague. Let us remember their success. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Damir Krupalia, representing Bosna, and Mr. Jordi Marti Casals, representing Juventud. Both of you are representing teams making their return to the European club competition after some years, and are thus both entering this season's competition from the qualification round 1. You can therefore help us conduct this remaining draw to also see your possible opponents and to see who you might face if you're successful after the 6 games of these grueling qualification rounds. The draw for the regular season will be conducted in 2 phases. First, we will draw the 8 clubs that will advance from the qualification round 3 and place them 2 each in the 4 groups that will be labeled A, B, C, and D. Then we will draw the 24 clubs that have qualified directly for the regular season. So before we start the proceeding, let's already meet those 24 clubs. We will have AEK from Greece, Aris from Greece, Avellino from Italy, Banvit from Turkey, Bayreuth from Germany, Besiktas from Turkey, Chalon from France, Yenisei from Russia, Eve Baskets from Germany, Gaziantep from Turkey, Hapoel Holon from Israel, Monaco from France, Murcia from Spain, Neptunas from Lithuania, Nimburg from the Czech Republic, Olimpia Ljubljana from Slovenia, Ostende from Belgium, PAOK from Greece, Dinamo Sassari from Italy, Strasbourg from France, Tenerife, our champions, from Spain, Venezia from Italy, Ventspils from Latvia, and Zielona Góra from Poland. Please remember that at this stage of the competition, the country protection principle also applies for the entire regular season draw. So we can now start by drawing the potentially qualified clubs from qualification round 3, which are presented by the 8 balls in the pot, labeled 17 through 24, in the order that these pairs were selected just a few seconds ago. I will ask both of you to participate in turns to make this a little bit more exciting, a little bit more teamwork. So I will first ask Damir to shuffle and select a ball, and then Martin to follow.
The winner of game 20.
So, the winner of game 20, this is perhaps not the most exciting part of the draw. We're just announcing numbers, but we have to be both transparent and diligent in this. So we now know that the winner of 20 is positioned into Group A. Here, as you can imagine, it is not easy to position all the names of the clubs. So what we have done, we have included the country codes in order for us to be able to also follow the draw procedures during the regular season, especially when we have potential country clashes. Let's continue. Please, Martin.
Winner game 24.
So the winner of game 24, they will be positioned into Group B. We continue. Damir, please.
The winner of game 22.
So 22, this would be one of Groningen, Vitautas, Bakenberg, or Estudiantes, and they are positioned into Group C. We continue, Damir. I think the rhythm is quite straightforward now. Winner of game 17, sorry, Pristina, Minsk, Budivelnik, or Nanterre, and they will go to Group D. You can continue. You can even give a high five when one comes in and the other departs.
The winner of game 23.
23. Sokoli, Kalev, Kramo, Fehervar, and Pinar, and they will go into Group A. So we fill the groups in alphabetical order.
Winner game 18.
So, winner of game 18, one of Lulea, Antwerp, Nizhny, or Rosa Radom. And they will go to Group C, because obviously we need to make sure that the potential clash is avoided in Group B with the German and the Russian clubs that are still in the draw. Okay? So, winner of game 19. And they go to Group B, so they fill up the first available spot. And by default,
winner game 21.
Winner of game 21 that goes into Group D. So this was the most boring part of this second phase. We are now substituting the pots with a new one that will contain the 24 clubs that are directly qualified into the regular season. Again, here the country protection principle is very important to follow, as we have clubs from many countries represented into this stage of the competition. Hence, the country codes at the bottom of the screens so far. So, you have the potential clubs that can be faced, and let's start. Damir, please shuffle and pick the first ball.
Gaziantep.
Gaziantep from Turkey. They made it to the round of 16 in the FIBA Euro Cup last season. And they are going into Group B. 1 second, just to help explain the principles. So you can see in Group A, the winner of 23 contains a Turkish team. So it is impossible for Gaziantep to also be placed into Group A. This is why we move them into the next available pot, next available group, which is Group B. Thank you.
Monaco.
AS Monaco, winners of the regular season last year in France, as we already mentioned, third place winners in the Basketball Champions League, and they go to Group A. Let's continue. AEK from Athens. They also played in the Basketball Champions League last season, making it all the way to the round of 16, and they go to the next available group, which is Group C. We continue with
Sidigas Avellino.
Sidigas Avellino, also a club that played in the Basketball Champions League last season and made it all the way to the round of 16, and they go to Group D. Elan Chalon, champions of France after a very exciting series last year. They cannot go to Group A because AS Monaco is already placed there as a French team, so they go to the next available pot, Group B. Let's continue, Martin, please.
Hapoel Holon.
Hapoel Holon, they were the winners of the regular season in Israel, and the next available pot, because we do go alphabetically, is Group A. Let's continue, Damir. Umana Reyer Venezia, champions of Italy this season. They also participated, of course, last year at the Basketball Champions League, making it all the way to the Final Four, and a huge achievement at the end of the season, winning the Italian League. And they go to Group C. They cannot go to Group B. There's a potential Italian team, or they cannot go to Group D. So let's move logically to the next option. Martin, please. Murcia from Spain. They will go to Group A because you can see in Group D, the winner of Game 21 includes potentially a Spanish team. So the next available group for Murcia would be Group A. Let's continue, Damir. I think it's now starting to make sense. Iberostar Tenerife, our champions, of course, last season. So they go to the next one, which is Group B. Let's continue, Martin. Besiktas, an impressive season last year, making it to the final of the domestic league and the round of 16 at the Champions League. And Besiktas, they will go to the next available group, which is Group D, as we need to fill the groups in order. Let's continue. Damir, please. Zielona Góra, champions in Poland last season, cup winners in Poland last season, making their return to the Basketball Champions League, and they go to Group D. They cannot go to Group C, which was the one with less teams, because you can see winner of 18 includes potentially Rosa Radom. So they go to Group D. Let's continue. Yenisei Krasnoyarsk, you don't need to try to pronounce this. Yenisei Krasnoyarsk, a far journey for the Group A opponents. This is where Yenisei goes now, into Group A. Let's continue. Damir, please. Dinamo Sassari from Italy. They were, of course, with us last year, making it all the way to the quarterfinals. Seeing how the other three pots already contain potentially Italian clubs, the only available group for Dinamo Sassari is Group A.
Ostende.
BC Ostende, they are the champions of Belgium, but also the cup winners, continuing an incredible success over the last seasons, and they will go to Group D. We see potentially Group B and Group C contain Belgian clubs, so obviously available choice is Group D. Let's move ahead with Olimpia Ljubljana. Of course, winners last year in Slovenia, but also cup winners as well. And they go to Group C. This is the one that needed to be filled up next. Neptūnas from Lithuania. They were with us last season. They made it all the way to the round of 16. And going alphabetically, the next available group would be Group B for them. Let's move ahead, Damir. Let's shuffle and let's find out the next club. I need to lean forward. Ventspils. Ventspils, finalist in Latvia last season and also participants in the BCL. They go to Group B. Says Nimburg. They won the title, they won the cup last season. Of course, they participated in the BCL, making it all the way to the playoffs, and they can go to Group D now. Let's continue, Damir, with the last few options available. PAOK. PAOK from Greece. They will go to the next available Group B. Aris. So we drew the two teams from the same city back to back. Aris, along with PAOK, they both played last season and made it to the round of 16. And for Aris, Group D, we can already see Group B and Group D having been filled up. There are still a few options available for Group A and Group C now. Medi Bayreuth from Germany. They finished the regular season in 4th place in Germany, and they will go to Group C. Now, of course, the computer needs to make sure that there are available spots to avoid any clashes at the latter stages of the competition. So let's move ahead. It filled up Group C. Banvit, of course, they were finalists in the Basketball Champions League last season. This is something we acknowledged already, and they won the cup in Turkey. And they will go to Group C. Last couple of teams, SIG Strasbourg. They were with us, of course, last year, making it all the way to the playoffs, and finalists in the LNB last season. So Strasbourg, they will go to, to Group C. So that completes Group C. And last team, EVE Baskets, and by default, the finalists of the BBL, the German League, they go to Group A. Thank you both. You can now return to your seats, and we appreciate your contribution. Ladies and gentlemen, opportunity to quickly recap the groups. AS Monaco, Hapoel Holon, Murcia, Yenisei, Dinamo Sassari, EVE Baskets, and the winners of games 20 and 23 in Group A. Gaziantep, Elon Chalon, Iberostar Tenerife, Neptūnas Klaipėda, Ventspils PAOK, winners of 24 and 19 in Group B. AEK Athens, Umanareir Venezia, Ljubljana, Medi Bayreuth, Banvit and Strasbourg, along with winners 22 and 18 in Group C. And finally, Sidigas Avellino, Besiktas, Zielona Góra, Ostende, Nimburg, and Aris, winners of 17 and 21 into Group D. This concludes today's proceedings. I welcome everybody to join the coffee, and in a few minutes we will come back with a full schedule. Thank you very much, and good luck to all 56 clubs on your way to the Final Four. Thank you.